Hello. Who is still up? It's been a long day for me. If you're just joining me or catch me on the replay, it's Dr. Melva, your board-certified radiation oncologist, and I help breast cancer survivors live their most vibrant, healthiest lives post-cancer treatment. And I do that through my online coaching programs, my book, and just pretty much connecting with people. And tonight I'm coming to you after... today was busy. Today was really busy. So I just wanted to share some of the reflections. If you're catching me on the replay, thanks for joining. #replay, so I know you've been watching it. Welcome. Let me know when you're here. Say what's up. Say, hey, Dr. Melva. Let me know where you're joining me from. I want to talk about putting the good C in cancer. So this is backwards because I still can't figure out how to do the whatever. But I wrote this book. I came on here back in February. And... oh my gosh, thank you. Look at all y'all who are up. What are y'all doing up this late? What's up? Let me know when you're here. Tell me where you're joining. Shalitha, what's up? Are Chesapeake schools closed tomorrow? Did I hear that? I guess our kids go to school in Portsmouth, but what's up? Hey, Darren, how you doing? Hey, Pat, how you doing? So as everybody's going on, shout out to you. All right, Darren, you're in Pennsylvania. How are you? I don't know if we've ever connected in person, but I think we chatted on LinkedIn maybe. Pennsylvania, how's the weather? Lorraine, what's up? Good evening. How are you doing? Where are you joining in from, Lorraine? D. Schwartz, how are you doing? We have to connect. I see you doing your marathons, holding it down. It's nice to connect with you. I hope I get to meet you one day. Who else is here? How are y'all doing tonight? I'm tired. I have been it was a long day, but I wanted to come on here. Awesome, rain. Yeah, so one of our locations, I work in Eastern North Carolina. The Outer Banks is evacuating. So gosh, shout out to all of you who I know on the road traveling. Be safe. They evacuated Hatteras Island by noon today. Outer Banks has to be out by 7 a.m. tomorrow. Lorraine, you're in Georgia. Awesome. Darren, need your inner city MDTV. That's what you connected to me about. I got you, Darren. Hit me back up. We got to turn around and do that. I think when you first reached out to me, I wasn't really sure about it. Dr. Dre, what's up? Dawn, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Shalitha, Doc Melva, checking in from the Peak. We are open even though Portsmouth and Chesapeake are closed. Okay, so our kids have to go to school. I'm okay with that because I'm going to work. So what's up, everybody? I know it's a lot of weather going on. It's been a busy day, and I just had some reflections. Dr. Dre, what's up? I'm talking about this book. Dr. Dre helped me write this book pretty quickly. Shout out to him and Medical Moguls. I want to talk about it, okay? Because I wrote this book, and it was an Amazon bestseller, and then I don't think I ever talk about it again. But I wrote it for a reason, and it's needed. And it's because we have to put the good C back in cancer. So let me ask you, anyone who's joining, who has personally been affected or knows someone who's been affected by cancer? So I guess you can't raise your hands, but hit up in the comments, say me, someone I know. And I know what the answer is going to be. Most of you on this phone are going to say yes, because cancer affects everybody so much. And I was at an event tonight. It was about 100 people. So if I just met you tonight and you're following me here, what's up? It was nice to meet you. It's a long day. Yes, Dawn said me. So yes, it affects so many people. Ruth is raising her hand. Absolutely. So one of the reasons is that so many of us are affected by cancer. Me included. If you saw or were joining me when I talked about the reason I wrote this book, I now have both parents that are cancer survivors. Lorraine, breast cancer. Okay, your mom. Exactly. So my mom's a breast cancer survivor. My father is a prostate cancer survivor. I lost my uncle to Hodgkin's lymphoma. Hey, Crystal, what's up? In the oncology space, Shalitha, someone yes. So it is a problem, right? So the reason I'm so tired today is because I've been coaching. I've been talking to different clients. I work with a lot of breast cancer survivors. I went to the event, and everybody who comes up to me, they have a story to share about cancer. So it doesn't really matter if I'm talking about essential oils or nutrition supplements or, any of the side hustles that I do or the books that I've written. People want to talk about their cancer experience. Hey, what's up, Doc Andy? Thanks for joining. And the reason I wrote this book, and it's available on Amazon, and I probably have a link that I should be able to share too, but it's Putting the Good C in Cancer. If you just look up my name, Melva Penn Bingham, you can find it. There's a Kindle version, paperback. It's a quick read. But if someone has been affected, they need to read this. And let me tell you why. Because I'm one of the most down-to-earth cancer doctors that you're going to meet, okay? And the reason I'm that way is because that's what people need when they're going through this. And not only do the patients need it, their caregivers need it, right? Because I can't tell you, after being back-to-back phone calls, literally, I was in an event from 5, I got on coaching calls from 8 until what time is it now? I just finished one at 9:40, okay? And let me tell you, those are 15-minute segments because there's a need. So I'm not doing this just for, private coaching. A lot of those are consult initial calls. I'm doing it because there's a need, right? There's a need. And it is so clear to me that I have this gift that God has given me to connect and hear people because cancer sucks. But what doesn't have to suck is the care that you are getting or that your loved ones are getting. So pick up the book. I talk a lot about that in there, and this is the reason I wrote it, because people need resources. Like, I had people who come to me, and I can't tell you things that are bothering people. It's things that are so easy for me and probably a lot of my doctors that are watching here to share. Thank you, Dawn. You're so wonderful, Dawn. I love it. Yes, thank you for the link. That's the link to get the book. But it's things that are so easy for us who are in the healthcare professions. I see a lot of doctors watching, oncology nurses watching. But when you're going through it, and even sometimes when you are a professional yourself, it just doesn't make sense. So for example, one of the tips that I'll say is the source of information matters. You can't Google and look at everything, okay? What that does is overwhelms, it scares, and it frustrates, and an overwhelmed, confused brain does nothing, okay? So you have to look. Oh, thanks, Darren. Are you looking at my camera presence? This is so funny. And you're like, shout out to do your thing. I appreciate that. But the source of information matters when we're talking about cancer. What's up, Dr. Lott? How you doing? Thanks for joining. The source of cancer information matters. So the first source I send people to is cancer.org because it's the American Cancer Society. The information is vetted. It's not just anything out there. So you have to look at your source of information, okay? What's up, Lindsay? How you doing? I got to check you out for your nails. Just met Lindsay. Excited about that. But the source of information matters, right? Another thing that matters when you are diagnosed with cancer is accountability and support. Okay, so I've been back-to-back calls. It's been really heavy Friday to today. I've just been coaching back-to-back, talking to a lot of clients. And I also have coaching groups. I have calls. And so I'm speaking to thousands of women, literally. I'm talking to a lot of women going through cancer. And it's helping me become a better doctor because I'm seeing what they struggle with. And a lot of what I thought they would struggle with is exactly what they do. So the tips. 1, if you know someone diagnosed with cancer, they need to check out the book. What's up, Lindsay? Thanks for the hey. Video freezing. Okay, is it still working? Can y'all still hear me? Thanks, Doc Indy. What's up, girl? Train together. I hope you can hear me. I hope it's working. I know there's some storms going on. So 1, the resources, your source of information, where are you checking for information? 2, you have to have accountability and support. And that goes for you as a caregiver. So the people who said your parents were affected by cancer, or you as a patient. You need accountability and support, okay? Another reason I work with survivors is that you go through this journey, you meet all these doctors, you go to all these clinics. Thank you. You go to all these clinics and then it's over, right? You're a survivor and you're cured and then you have to just get your life back and you're not going to see the doctor anymore. So your brain starts working. So a lot of my survivors are just oh my God, is that pain in my back? Is that cancer coming back? I want to get my body back, but I don't even know how. And, what I talk to a lot of survivors about, and a lot of my doctors on here, they're going back to you. They're going back to primary care and they need that help and support. And a lot of times the specialists like myself, we're not seeing them as much. So there's such a need, and I love that all my caregivers are on here with me, but I just wanted to shout out and say the title's backwards. Can you say the title? Yes, it is. I think Dawn put it, if you look up in the comments, and I'll tag it to the top of this, but it's Putting the Good C in Cancer Care, Compassion, Connection, Community, and Choices. Hold on a second. I can turn it around. Okay, can you see it now? So I had to turn the camera around, but don't judge my office. It's been a long week. What's up? How's everybody doing? All right. So, hey, Samantha, what's up? Thanks for joining, girl. So this is the book. If you or anyone you know has been diagnosed with cancer affected, Putting the Good C in Cancer Care, Compassion, Connection, Community, and Choices. I wrote this book. It came out in February, but I'm a little ashamed that I haven't promoted and talked about it a little bit more because it's helpful. And I wrote it for a reason, so I hope everybody can see that. Let me turn the camera back around. The reason I wrote this book is because there's a need. And believe it or not, since February, it's probably even greater need. And I don't know what it is right now, if it's insurance claims or whatever, but my practice is super busy. My consulting is super busy. So it's just cancer everywhere. And I'll tell you, the people who need sometimes the help the most are the people that don't get it. So again, I'm exhausted, so I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but it's been a long day, but it's so rewarding to know that I can help so many people, and I can help these people in ways that I can't do in an exam room alone. And great, awesome. I'm glad you got it, Lorraine. Let me know if you check it out, if it's helpful for you. I appreciate the support. A lot of people wonder, they're like, how do you do it? Like, how are you a doctor and an entrepreneur? So first of all, it's a ton of us, and I love you guys. I think some of you are on here watching me. But the reason I do this is because as an entrepreneur and in my own coaching and in my own groups, I can openly, freely give the information that's needed, right? I don't have an employer, a hospital system, administrators who are probably watching. Shout out to you. I love you. I don't have them dictating what I say. So what I say comes from right here. And what I say often is what is needed by my patients and their families. And I consider things that sometimes we don't consider when we're doing traditional medicine. So, for example, if a patient, has a deadly disease or terminal disease, and we need to discuss hospice and palliative care, we need to discuss hospice and palliative care. We need to have conversations about what's best for the patients and their families, right? Because it's not about us. It's not about which hospital system they're in. It's not about which drugs we can give them. It's about their comfort, their life, and them making that decision. So, backwards book title again, but I put these kind of things in this book because it's a platform to share how I feel. And if you can tell, I get really passionate about this, right? So I'm not gonna keep you on here forever because it's been a long day, but I love you guys for joining. Exactly, autonomy. Yes, Lorraine, so you get it. We need the autonomy in medicine that's been taken away from us. I love working with my hospital system, but also like nutritional recommendations. So a lot of you know or have seen, I use and recommend supplements, meal replacement shakes, vitamins, because our nutrition sucks and we need that in our system, especially someone whose system is going through these toxic treatments. But in an employee hospital relationship where there are financial fiduciary relationships with some of the providers, some of the shakes that you get in the hospital, you're not really freely open just to, do that. It's not kosher, right? What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining. So I like the autonomy, and that's one of the reasons I'm an entrepreneur, because this space of cancer coaching and nutrition and, caregiver support, it's real and there's a need. And it's just, I'm telling you, some of these calls I could talk to someone first 2 minutes. I know exactly how I can help them. And it has nothing to do with me. It's what they need, what they want, and it's questions that I know they're not asking other people. So if some of you primary care docs out there, you start getting a whole bunch of breast cancer survivors coming back to you and asking you questions, it's because I want them to be empowered. So I don't always answer the questions. I say, hey, look, go back to your doctor and ask this, and then take somebody with you and do this. And I talk a lot about that in this book. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on tonight because I'm literally exhausted, because usually you see me, I have like high energy, but I've been talking to coaching client after coaching client. Shout out to Rob Vincent. I was at his event tonight. It was wonderful in Virginia Beach. I got to meet a lot of lovely people. I heard a lot of beautiful stories. I don't do a lot of in-person events just because, I have 3 kids, and like it was soccer tonight for the little guy, the 4-year-old, but somebody asked me how I could do this. I was like, because I got a good man at home. So shout out to Leon, my husband. Those of you know him. He's behind me, and he's supportive of me, and he knows, because we've both been affected personally by cancer, how important this work is and why we're doing it. So if you like any more information, or you know somebody who can benefit, you can follow me over at facebook.com/doctormelva, DOCTORMELVA. You can hit me up on direct message over there, over here, if I can help you or anyone in your family going through cancer treatment. So until then, thank you so much for joining me. They aren't going to endorse something that's back to Eden. Yeah, right. Exactly, Lorraine. Hospitals, it's, they got a bottom line. So we have to have our own presence, and shout out to all the doctors that have their own social media presence. What's up, Tanya? Thanks for connecting. We have to get together. It looks like you're in Chesapeake, so love to meet you. But yeah, so Dr. Bonner, what's up? I was in Virginia Beach, and someone who, I know, I was probably near your practice. Don't kill me, but it was a long road, and I got lost, and I was running a little late. So, yeah, I met someone who knows you, Dr. Bonner. She said, you're a wonderful doctor, and I said, yes, she is. So shout out to everybody joining. I hope you guys have a good night, and go to sleep. Get some sleep. We all need rest. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm Dr. Melva. Bye.